Welcome to another episode of Debunking Pro-Abortion Arguments. I'm your host, Lydia, spokesperson for Students for Life of America, and today I'll be addressing the legality of abortion and if we really need Planned Parenthood and chemical abortion pills. In 1973, the Supreme Court's ruling on Roe v. Wade and Doe v. Bolton effectively established a federal right to abortion with no limits. This decision was the start of a 49-year fight in the pro-life movement to reverse Roe v. Wade, which was thankfully accomplished on June 24, 2022. Roe v. Wade argued that the constitutional right to privacy included a woman's right to abortion. The reality is that abortion is not referenced as a right in the Constitution, and that a woman's right to privacy does not include the right to end a child's life in an abortion. Thankfully, in 2022, the Supreme Court recognized this fact and overturned Roe and Doe. They ruled that abortion was not named in the Constitution as a federal right, and therefore left the abortion issue to legislators. But should abortion be left on the state level? We would say no, because abortion is a human rights issue, which means that no preborn child should be killed simply because their mom lives in a more liberal state. Preborn children should have equal rights, making abortion a federal issue. The 14th Amendment in the Constitution says, "Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law." If preborn children are recognized as persons under the law, then abortion would be unconstitutional for any state to make legal. Justice Blackmun, who wrote the Roe v. Wade opinion, said, "If prenatal personhood is established, the case for abortion collapses for the fetus's right to life would then be guaranteed specifically by the 14th Amendment." When the 14th Amendment was ratified in 1868, a majority of states actually recognized a preborn child as a person under the law, with at least 28 jurisdictions labeling abortion as an offense against a person. According to dictionaries at the time, the term person was often equivalent to human being. We know that biologically, a preborn child is a living human being from the moment of conception. And therefore, no state should be allowed to legalize abortion because a preborn child deserves the constitutional right to life. No child's rights should depend on what state they live in. Not only is abortion not a right in the Constitution, it's unconstitutional, which means no state should be able to legalize abortion. Some pro-choicers argue that we need legal abortion because without it, illegal, unsafe abortions will occur, and that making abortion illegal won't stop it from happening. First, there is no such thing as a safe abortion because there's nothing safe about killing human beings and often harming their mothers. Second, pro-life laws actually do work to deter abortions. Studies show that in places where pro-life laws and policies exist, birth rates increase, meaning less people are obtaining abortions. From the Journal of Public Economics, it says about a Texas pro-life policy, in response to these policies, abortions to Texas residents fell 16.7%. Whereas legalizing abortions increases the amount of abortions. The American Journal of Public Health stated that states legalizing abortion experienced a 4% decline in fertility relative to states where the legal status of abortion was unchanged. Even when abortion is legal, abortion has harmed and killed thousands of women. Chemical abortion pills, the most common form of legal abortion, are extremely dangerous, with over 32 women killed by them in the U.S. and thousands harmed or hospitalized by them. The pills function by having a two-step process. The first pill, mifepristone, starves the baby of nutrients, killing them. The second pill, misoprostol, is taken later and violently and painfully expels the baby, often into a toilet. These dangerous pills can be accessed by anyone, including sex traffickers and abusers, and many cases have surfaced of women being forced to take them to end their child's life. Chemical abortion pills are also extremely harmful to our environment, flushing over 40 tons of chemically tainted blood and tissue into our waterways every year, harming not just mothers and babies, but all people consuming water. There is absolutely nothing safe about that. And the fact is, we aren't just fighting to make abortion illegal, we are working to make it unthinkable by helping pregnant women with our free resources at standingwithyou.org to ensure no woman feels pressured into abortion. Many people also argue that we need Planned Parenthood and the abortion industry because they're helping women with care outside of abortion, and that abortion is only a small percentage of what they do. But according to the data from Planned Parenthood's own annual reports, since 2010, total services are down 17%. With changing practice guidelines, total cancer screenings and prevention services have dropped by 71%, including declines of 72% for breast exams and 74% for Pap tests. Prenatal services are down 80% from their peak in 2009. Contraceptive services are down by 39%. Meanwhile, Planned Parenthood's abortion services are up. Their abortion numbers from 2022-2023 compared to 2021-2022 indicate their abortion rates rose by the thousands. Mind you, Planned Parenthood performs about 40% of all abortions in the U.S. For the past 20 years, Planned Parenthood has said that only 3% of their services are abortions. According to their most recent annual report, it is 4.4%. However, that number is also misleading. So we did our own math. According to Planned Parenthood's most recent annual report, they provided 402,230 abortions, 7,008 prenatal services, 2,148 adoption referrals, 3,598 miscarriage care services, which means the total services for pregnant women were 414,984. This would mean that 96.9% of their services to pregnant women are abortions. And let's be clear, it doesn't matter how many good services Planned Parenthood offers, they kill humans, which makes them completely evil. I like to ask pro-choicers, would you date a murderer if he gives you flowers? Are his evil actions justified by his kindness to you? No, I don't think so. And of course, Planned Parenthood receives over $700 million of federal funding a year, which is why we must defund and debar Planned Parenthood, because no one's tax dollars should go towards killing innocent children. Women don't need legal abortion, Planned Parenthood, or chemical abortion pills. Women deserve better. Preborn children deserve equal rights under the Constitution that no state should be able to take away. Thanks for watching this episode of Debunking Pro-Abortion Arguments. If this was helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this episode with a friend.